Hey, turtle fans. Yeah, like those exist. Like maybe Ninja Turtles, not this turtle. I think like 3 people have been watching my videos or something. Like nobody gives a shit what I have to say, but that's okay because I'm gonna say it anyway. Like eventually somebody's gonna watch it and go, "Oh yeah, yeah, I totally get that." Eventually, not sure when, but eventually someone will. I wanted to come on here today and talk about Beebo the cat has facial hair. Now, that shows really my age because I go back that far into like the early days of the internet. Like, really, my original email address, the one that I still have to this day, I opened just like weeks, maybe a month, if that, before the Columbine massacre on April 20th, 1999. And my email address predates that. So I've got some history on the internet. So this goes all the way back to Newgrounds. Now this particular cartoon is about the most batshit crazy thing I've ever seen. You get this guy in like underwear and like a WWF shirt, and I'm not sure whose face that's supposed to be. Like on his body, I think it's some celebrity with a mullet or something. But anyway, yeah, he walks around. He talks like this, and he's got this weird cat that smokes cigarette with the mustache, and his name's Beebo. And they sometimes get along, and sometimes they don't, and it's the weirdest fucking thing. Like there's just one episode where they're sitting in like a cafe.
Yo! What? Where's my goddamn sandwich? Ah!
And the crocodile hunter and Crocodile Dundee are sitting there having an argument that turns into like a fight to the death over who's the better Australian. And, and Crocodile Dundee picks up the crocodile hunter and throws him across the bar. And this guy's sitting here like, okay, who threw the crocodile hunter? Crocodile Dundee walks up there. He's like, I did. And then he eats like the guy's sandwich.
All I know is that cocksucker's got my sandwich. And you don't want to know what happened to the last cocksucker who took my sandwich. That's right, Beebo. I bit his cock off!
Like, where the fuck? And even like the crocodile hunter was laying on the bar bleeding to death. And when he says that, the crocodile hunter just goes, "Crikey!" And it's the craziest freaking thing. Like there was just so many weird moments in it. Like somewhere near the end, like he walks into a store. I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically he's trying to return this bottle, and he says, "Yeah, I want to return this. This antifreeze tastes like shit." I'm like, fuck. And they catch him like a ride home, and they're with like a bunch of women. And like when they get home, like the guy's bragging to his cat. He's like,
They were some of the most eager backdoor sluts I have ever met in my life, and I boned every one of them. What do you mean they were packing heat? What do you mean they had bulging packages? Oh, Bebo, girls don't have those. Oh. Meh.
"It's what the fuck?" But I'm gonna tell you something about this. This this cartoon, I think, would do well. Like if they were to take this idea and let like the original creator make like they're 12-minute episodes like everything on Adult Swim. Of like 2 6-minute segments, because Bebo wouldn't do well in long form. But if you did like two separate 6-minute segments per each episode, it would do well, and I think it would be extremely funny. Um, I remember like I have been watching this. I go back and I rewatch it every now and then. Um, But there hasn't been anything new in years and years and years, and I really miss this thing. And I remember I had my friend Caroline, when her sons were like 12 or 13 or something. I decided it would be funny to show them uh, Bebo, and she's a very deeply Pentecostal woman, very church going and all that. And so I'm sitting there showing these kids Bebo, and about the time that Bebo's hiding under the furniture, and this guy is like sticking his head under or like, threatening him, trying to get to him so he can do him harm. And he's like, "I'm going to kill you." And she walks in right as this cat like puts his cigarette out on this guy's eye.
Oh shit! You fucker!
And she looks over like, "Excuse me?" And yeah, it was so incredibly funny. What can I say? I'm doing my part to contribute to the corruption of American youth. Okay, like give me a job in a daycare, and within like a month, I'll have those kids like singing Jimmy Buffett songs and watching Bebo the Cat. No, 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 not really. Don't take me seriously on that. Like I wouldn't intentionally corrupt children. That's messed up. It's kind of funny though. It reminds me of this other joke that I tell people sometimes to get like some shock value out of them, just to gauge their reaction. And I tell them, "You want to hear something funny?" They say, "What?" I said, "Okay, what you do is you take like two children about 8 years old. Males are more aggressive, like desperately hungry. Then you a bunch of sharp objects, and people look at me like, dude, what the fuck? Dark humor. And that's like, like dead baby jokes, like the one that eats its way out of the bottom of the stack of dead babies. The I've heard the awful joke, and the aristocrats, like, and fuck the aristocrats, man. Like, no punchline, like the worst, filthiest, nastiest joke you will ever hear. And every comedian's got their own version of the aristocrats, apparently. I I heard one version, and that was enough for me. Like, no, 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 I don't need to hear any other version of this foul joke with no punchline. I just considered it the foulest joke ever written. Like, and all I needed was one version. It's like every comedian may have one, but I don't need to hear any of the rest of them at all. Like, no, 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 no. And so we were talking about Bebo the cat. Like, Bebo was one of those early Flash animations, like real early internet, like predating I think YouTube even. And it really had a lot of character.
Well, I see you're still smoking the cigarettes. Have you not learned nothing from all that we've been through? It's as if every time I try to talk to you about the dangers of smoking, you take two penises and put them in your ears. You are the only person I have ever known who puts penises voluntarily in their ears. My mother was a saint!
I know the Pope shows up like early on, like knocking on their door and like asking in some made up language, I guess it's supposed to be Latin, asking them for like drug money or something. And the guy just looks at him and says, "Get out of here, you Catholic son of a bitch." It's so strange. Like then there's the thing with the Jamaicans. Like I can't even begin to get into the Jamaicans. Like you just have to see that and the time travel thing. And when they go to hell, they what is it? They die and they go to heaven and they're judged by Kobe Bryant.
Whoa! What the shit? Kobe Bryant! Yes! It is I, the Kobe Bryant!
And Kobe Bryant deems them unworthy of heaven and that they're definitely going to hell after the guy tries to explain away the writhing cat in the crotch of his underwear as Lou Gehrig's disease. Um, and he says, "Oh, you're definitely going to hell." And then he casts him down there. And there's this whole segment with, like, I think it's a couple episodes long that has them in hell and dead. It's such a freaking weird show. Like, if you call it a show, it should be a show. I've said that before. This thing should be a show because this is, I mean, this is funny as shit. If you've never watched Beebo, I mean, it's an internet classic. Go and watch it sometime. Just you know, just remember, it's it's exceptionally crude, and so don't set high expectations. Just laugh along with it. You know, like any series of any kind where the main character is walking into a store trying to return his antifreeze because it tasted like shit. Um, no, don't take that seriously. This is not Game of Thrones. This is Beebo, the cat that has facial hair. Very strange. But I'm out of here, folks. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.
What the shit? No, fuck that. Someone's going to be the proud owner of a new asshole. Okay, who threw the crocodile hunter?